We are north of the border in Toronto, and the retractable roof is closed for comfort. Today, Game 3 of this 4-game weekend set between the Baltimore Orioles and the Toronto Blue Jays. It's Blue Jays baseball, and it comes your way next. Aaron Sanchez gets the ball in Game 3 of the series. What's your take on him, H?
Man, I like this guy. He is a really good pitcher. An ERA just a little over 3 last season. He's usually pretty tough on the opponent. He's going to keep you in the game and give that manager some opportunities late in the game to get a W. I like what this guy brings, and maybe he'll bring it today.
Here's Craig Gentry. He will lead this one off today.
Center fielder, Craig Gentry.
Pitch swung on and hit in the air toward the line and right. And that's in there. Base hit.
Well, he got jammed on that one right there, and he's just strong enough to muscle it into right field for the base hit. It's going to be a line drive tomorrow in the paper.
Jin-Soo Kim.
And that'll bring up the left-handed hitting outfielder, Jin-Soo Kim. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw. And it's far too late as he steals second with ease.
Well, I think he's making it pretty obvious why he's batting leadoff, isn't he? Works his way on base to start the game and then does even better by swiping second to put himself into scoring position. He's trying to make an impact from the get-go in this one.
Good lead there at second. Here's the pitch. And now the runner's trying for third. Not in time as he just does get in there ahead of the throw.
Hey, one of the keys to stealing third is to get a big lead off a second. And that's just what happened, even though this catcher has a cannon for an arm.
The 0-2 delivery. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Upton giving chase. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. And a surprising decision there as he holds on at third base. And now the starting lineup for the visiting Baltimore Orioles. Harold, what's the key to continuing the winning streak?
Well, Matt, facing a sinker baller, you got to think about get the ball up. What happens with the guy that throws a sinker? When you get it up, it straightens out. But when he's got that ball that starts about thigh high and starts to bite down on you, that's going to end up in the dirt. You're probably not going to be able to do anything with it. You go to the plate with the mindset of get that ball up. You set your focus on bring that to the thigh high or up, and you got a chance to hit it when it straightens out.
A swinging bunt out in front of the plate. And indeed, he'll take only the out at first as the run comes in to score.
A really good team at bat right there, right? Just put the ball in play. He does just that, gets the ground ball, and brings home the first run of the game from third.
Here's Seth Smith now. He'll try and start things over now with the bases empty and 2 away following the RBI ground ball. And a bouncing ball, foul. And Harold, the Blue Jays, as they enter play here this afternoon, it was another loss for them last time out, and that makes them 2-8 over their last 10 games.
Well, Matt, I mean, they just haven't played good ball. They're 0-4 in the homestand. They haven't got good pitching, haven't come up with the big hit. And really, that might be the difference. Maybe the offense gets going. Somebody hits a big home run.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. So 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and no one left on base. We'll move on to the bottom half of inning number 1. The Orioles lead it 1-0. Ubaldo Jimenez will do the pitching in Game 3 of the series. Harold, any thoughts?
Well, Matt, he got his season off to a pretty good start. He got a win his last outing, his first outing of the year, and now he's going for number 2. Let's see if we can back it up with back-to-back good performances.
Digging in, Kevin Pillar. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Leading off for the Jays, center fielder, Kevin Pillar.
And that one stayed too low, apparently. Well, these Orioles entering play today, Harold Reynolds, they come in unbeaten and playing well here in the early going.
They are sizzling hot right now. They look as good as they're going to look probably all year. You don't put together streaks like this. They're looking for 10 games in a row. How many teams have the ability to do that? They're playing great ball right now. Man, are they fun to watch.
2-1. His past meetings against Ubaldo Jimenez comes in with 6 hits in 18 at-bats. And this one's going to bounce up to the plate. An easy take there, and it's 3-1 now. High in the air out to center field. Gentry moving to his left, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. With that, let's take a look at the Blue Jays starting lineup. HR, what's the key in trying to stop their opponent's winning streak?
Well, Matt, they find themselves already down 1. The big thing here, realize you got a lot of game left. Just score 1 run. Try to get right back in the game, even it up, and play the whole 9 innings. You can't just play part of the game, play the whole game.
Melvin Upton Jr. comes on with 1 away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. And there are the umpires assigned to this one. Calling balls and strikes is Mr. Carl Dixon.
Well, Matt, the interesting thing about Carl, look, pitchers struggle with balls in the corner. They don't like that he makes them throw the ball in the middle of the plate sometimes. But he will call that high pitch. So watch him attack the high pitch and try to get that strike.
Baseman.
Here's the third baseman, Josh Donaldson. No one aboard for him, and 2 gone here in the first. Squared that one up just a little late. The windup and the 0-1. Swing and a miss, and he's in the hole 0-2 now.
He's not messing around this inning. He's attacking the zone. He's showing lots of confidence. He's 0-2 on this hitter after having 2 quick outs. Nice job. That's a nice job of staying alive. A 2-strike breaking ball just out of the zone. He was able to put enough on it to get another pitch.
And he missed with it. It's 1-2. Jimenez deals the 1-2. And a slider swung on and missed, and the side is retired. 1-2-3 go the Blue Jays. They trail this one 1-0. Here's Chris Davis now. Head-to-head history with Aaron Sanchez. He's got 8 hits in 18 at-bats. Also, 5 of those hits were for home runs, so that's clearly a possibility here. And it's through for a base hit. They'll have the leadoff man aboard to start the inning. So the leadoff man reaches base to start out their half of the second inning.
Tell you, man, I get excited when I see that. I don't understand why more guys don't do it. They're shifted over to one side. You just take the ball and shoot it to left field like he did right there. That was pretty.
In now is Pedro Alvarez. Now a swing, and he pops it foul behind the plate. And he'll lunge forward to make the catch for the first out.
Time now for a look at the majestic defensive alignment for the Blue Jays. And in the outfield, Kevin Pillar. You talk about highlight reels. Wow. Climbing fences, running into fences, whatever it takes to catch the ball, he's out there to do it.
Here's Jonathan Scope now. A real threat with the bat, of course, as he currently leads the American League in home runs. Here comes the first pitch. Pops this one up just beyond the infield on the right side. Barney is there for it. And he makes the catch for the second out.
Batting 8. Catcher.
Digging in now, Caleb Joseph. Head-to-head history with Aaron Sanchez. Just a 1 for 9. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Started that swing a bit too early. 2 out with the man at first. Swing and a ball hit well to the right side, but this will get into the crowd. Working for the punch out and the offering. Down and away, it's a ball and 2 strikes. Ready on 1-2. And he comes back with a fastball. Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. 1 left for the Orioles. We played an inning and a half. It's 1-0. Here's Troy Tulowitzki now, looking for better results than last night when he went 0 for 4 in that one. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball.
Well, he's really struggled. I mean, 0 for the series, but the confidence they have in him, he's still in the lineup. Let's see if he can break out right here.
And Tulowitzki can't come up with that one as he falls behind 0-2 now. The pitch. Inside as he might be trying to set him up here 1-2.
You know, there aren't many guys that could just spit on an 0-2 pitch like that. Maybe it fooled him. We won't ever know, but it worked out.
And here's a ball hit in the air. Smith on the run. He gets to it and makes the catch for the first out.
Time now for a look at the majestic defensive alignment of the Orioles. And at second base, Jonathan Scope. Nobody has a better arm on the pivot than Jonathan Scope. I'll measure anybody with it. He's got a rocket.
Here's Kendrys Morales. Couple of hits for him in 4 trips to the plate last night. And this is going to be a foul ball. Orioles out to an early 1-0 lead here in inning number 2. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2. And this is drifting foul back into the stands.
Every time you go out there to start a game on the mound, you hope to settle in quickly and get into a groove, and he's definitely done that so far in the early going. Looks like he could go pretty deep into this one.
Well, I think he's trying to get that 2-strike fastball out of the zone. Just caught too much of the plate right there. Fortunately, he fouled it off instead of putting it in the seats.
And he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted.
First baseman.
Here's Justin Smoke now. His past meetings against Ubaldo Jimenez, he's got 2 hits in 21 at-bats. He's taken him deep once. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. And this winds up inside for a ball. 2-0 now. And a good comeback fastball there. It's 2 balls and a strike. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Looks at a curveball on the outside corner.
Well, he snapped that breaking ball off really nice. He'll do well to keep putting it there.
Got him swinging. Made him chase outside the zone that time, and that puts an end to the inning.
So a very good inning that time for Ubaldo Jimenez. And he's got himself a 1-0 lead. Back with Major League Baseball on the show as we welcome you back to Toronto and Rogers Center. Here's the shortstop now, J.J. Hardy, and he'll start out their half of the third. Top of the order to follow. Into the windup and the pitch. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And no one will get this one. This is on the ground over to first. And he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted.
Up next for the Orioles, center fielder Craig
Striding
Gentry.
in once again, Craig Gentry. He singled and scored in his first appearance in this one. Third baseman in tight, protecting the bunt. The first pitch. Breaking ball for a strike. 0-1. Bases are empty. 1 man out. Hard hit to first. Smoke has it, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
Now batting, left fielder Hyun-Soo Kim.
Digging in for his second at bat, Hyun-Soo Kim. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Oh, he chased a bad pitch that time. It's strike 1.
2 outs, nobody on, but a base runner here feels like it would really change the complexion of the inning.
Yeah, Matt, that's a great point. If this two-hitter finds a way on, it really sets up the very good middle part of the order to do some damage after all.
0-2 pitch is a sinker that misses, but he's still in command. 1-2. Curveball that time, not even close.
He executed that 1-2 curveball pretty well. I think it's right where he wanted it to end up, but he couldn't get him to chase at it. We'll see what they go with now.
Got him looking, and that'll do it. The inning is over. 1-2-3 go the Orioles. They lead it 1-0. Ready now, Darwin Barney. 7, 8, and 9 to start the home third.
Not much going on offensively so far for these guys. 6 up, 6 down. We'll see if the bottom part of the lineup can get something going.
Well, the home crowd seems a little restless, so I'm sure they'd appreciate it. And this misses as well, so it goes to 2-0 now on the Jays shortstop. And he'll just watch the splitter here. 2-1. Set to deliver on 2-1. And this is pulled hard but foul. But they brought their gloves for that one out there. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone. Still early in the season, of course, but we'll give you a look nonetheless at our standings to this point in April.
Jared
The catcher Jared Saltalamacchia is in now. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. And this is taken outside for ball 1. 1 out, nobody on. Not quite reaching 90 with the fastball, but it's 1-1 now.
He's really throwing the ball well in this game, and the thing to me that stands out is that two-seamer. He's got great movement, and he's keeping hitters off balance with it.
Here's the 1-2 delivery. And this one's chopped foul right at home plate.
Well, when you're hitting with 2 strikes, you're just in battle mode. Right there, he gets a breaking ball. He just fouled it off. Got a piece of it and stays alive.
Another one sent foul.
Well, that's 3 foul balls in a row. He's definitely battling up there. That's probably not what he wants to do with 2 strikes right there with the fastball. He is fortunate he just fouled it off.
Neither guy giving in here, and they'll do it again. Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2.
2 up, 2 down on strikes in this inning. He looks really sharp out there, guys.
Ezekiel Carrera.
Stepping up to the plate, Ezekiel Carrera. His past meetings against Ubaldo Jimenez, an impressive 4 for 7. Swing and a ball lifted in the air toward the line and right. Smith is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. Blue Jays go down in order. They still trail 1-0. Here's Manny Machado now. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Baseman Manny Machado.
First pitch of the at-bat. Now he lifts a high pop-up, drifting into foul territory on the right side. And this will not be caught. It's a foul ball. Now here it comes. Seared down the first baseline. And Smoke won't get a glove on it. It's a fair ball. He's around first, heading for 2. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out.
Man, it looked like the pitcher was trying to get him to go fishing at a pitch out of the strike zone. He went for it all right, but he managed to catch all of that baseball, lacing it for a double in the outfield. That's a great piece of hitting.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Seth Smith comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Here's the first pitch to him. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. The 0-1. And a good job to lay off the fastball. They're close, but it's 1-1.
Clearly staying away from him in this at-bat with that runner in scoring position tells me they're trying to force him to reach for something and maybe roll over on him.
Swing and a miss as he's just behind the breaking ball.
That's so difficult to hit. Hard fastball and a nasty curveball. You just have to sit on one or the other and hope he throws the one you're looking for.
In the dirt, and now let's see. And a nice job to keep the runners at bay as the count moves to 2-2. Swing and a liner, but foul. 1 run on 3 hits, and no errors for the Orioles so far. Here's one that misses inside, and the count's run full now, 3-2. On deck, the powerful Chris Davis. He's set. Here's the 3-2. Changeup. Called strike 3 as he rolls his eyes at the call. 1 away.
Well, that call looked like it was a little in the pitcher's favor, but it wasn't outrageous. Hey, listen, calling balls and strikes is a really tough job, and even the best are going to miss some from time to time, especially when they're sort of borderline like that last one. Not sure the hitter would want to hear that, though.
Standing in now, Chris Davis. And this is down at knee level as it's chopped foul at home plate. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. Here comes the 0-1. And this is bounced foul at the plate, and that moves the count to 0-2 now. Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. Broken bat as this ball's hit on the ground. Played on the backhand. And a great athletic play to get him. Man, wow.
Up next for the Orioles.
Ready for another chance? Pedro Alvarez. He's 0 for 1 thus far. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Oh, and a hearty cut there to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
Now that is power. You want to challenge me? I'm giving him a big swing. That was the big swing right there. I loved it.
The 0-1. Swing and a ball yanked down the right field line. And that's a fair ball as this one will get down the line. And that'll score the run from third as they go up 2-0 now.
Oh, 2 out base hits. That's how you win championships. The teams that come up with the big clutch hits, they usually win.
Into the box, Jonathan Schoop. Sent in the air out to straightaway central. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. It's a run on 2 hits here for Baltimore. On now to the bottom half of inning number 4. The O's lead this thing 2-0. Digging in to try it again, Kevin Pillar. Back to the top of the lineup as they're still looking for their first base runner in this one.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've yet to figure this guy out on the mound. He's looked great so far.
He has, but we'll see if this second trip through the order changes anything.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments these hitters are able to make in the middle innings of this game.
Well, there's a first pitch strike. You know, only 50% of the pitches he's throwing first pitch this game have been for a strike. So I'm surprised that he's having as much success so far as he is.
Hit hard on the ground to second. Taken in by Schoop. A quick out number 1.
Now batting, left fielder, Melvin Upton.
Digging in,
Jr.
Melvin Upton Jr. Hit it hard but lined out in his first at-bat. And I believe they'll say he broke the plane, as yes he did. It's ruled a strike. A great job of changing speeds there. It's 0-2. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
I'll tell you, he looks really dialed in on the bump right there. He's got a shutout going, and he really seems to have this lineup off balance. Even when he challenges them up in the zone, they don't have an answer for it.
Here's the third baseman, Josh Donaldson, looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at bat. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike one.
Well, he's pitching really good in this game, and the fastball location has been the key. That pitch right there is indicative of the game. Down low, hits a spot. That's what he's been doing with the fastball basically the whole game.
And a fastball called strike three, and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Blue Jays. They trail it here 2-0. Now at the plate, Caleb Joseph. He'll be the one to lead things off now against Aaron Sanchez. Here comes the first pitch. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Upton has a read on it. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Now batting, shortstop, J.J. Hardy.
Here's the shortstop now, J.J. Hardy. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Into the windup and the pitch. And he gets ahead with a sinker on the outside.
His pitch count is in a really good place at this point in the game. He's pounding the zone and getting first pitch outs just like he did on the last guy. We might see him work deep into this game if he keeps this up.
Now we got an 0-2 count, Matt. I tell you what, so impressive. He is executing his game plan, going right on the outside half and exploiting those weaknesses.
And he'll put this away for the second out.
Up next for the Orioles, center fielder, Craig.
Digging in once
Gentry.
again, Craig Gentry. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. Just off the outside, and it's 1-0.
With 2 outs, they're not playing him to bunt here, and he didn't show it there, but I wouldn't be surprised if he wasn't at least thinking about it. He handles the bat pretty well, and he can definitely run.
Waved at and missed as he took something off there. 1-1. Here's the 1-1 delivery. A wave and a miss, a tick behind a good fastball.
That fastball right there will humble you. He threw it right by him. So now what do? You spread out, you use your hands, and try to be as quick as you can when you see that ball get released out of his hand.
And he lays off the fastball away, so it's 2-2 now. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. He got him. Lively fastball that time, and it puts an end to the inning. 3 up, 3 down for the Orioles. They're up 2-0. Back alongside Harold Reynolds and Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian, as the shortstop Troy Tulowitzki heads in to start out the inning. Into the windup and the pitch. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. The windup and the 0-1. A fastball right down the middle for a strike.
Can't say he's tickling around the zone. Those last 2 pitches were pretty much grooved right down the middle, but it didn't bite him.
Hit hard to third. And he's retired here, 1 away.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Kendrys.
Here's Kendrys Morales. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. First offering on its way. There's a fastball that just misses. Ball 1.
Boy, they've been just getting shut down right here. Been a while since they've even had a runner on. So I think it's time to start looking for ways to make some things happen. Drop a bunt, get up on the plate, something.
And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now. Still a little early to start talking about these things. There you go right there. A big goose egg in that hit column, worth keeping in mind as we get later into the afternoon. Here's Justin Smoke now. 2 away in the inning, and Dan, it looks like this could be another 1, 2, 3 inning for him.
Yeah, he has really found a groove on the mound, and it's been impressive to watch. It'll be interesting to see how long he can keep this dominance up. He's obviously been very impressive on the mound in this one, and I think the big reason why is his ability to stay out of the middle of the zone. That's kind of obvious, but it's clear to me that even when he misses his spots, he's not missing over the plate.
He's fallen behind now, 3-1. Into his motion. Here comes the 3-1. And that pitch catches the inside corner. He's ready. Now the payoff pitch. And a good battle continues as this ball's chopped foul at the plate, and the count remains 3-2.
2 outs, 2 strikes, and we're in the 5th inning, and he's got 1 pitch, I think, away from getting through 5 shutout innings. It's pretty impressive right now.
And the throw just does beat him at the bag, so the side is retired. And something about this outing so far is beginning to look awfully familiar, especially in regards to that hit column. More from the show. Saturday Baseball following this message and a word from our local stations. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Hyun-Soo Kim. He'll try and get things started as we begin inning number 6. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Pilar is right there, 1 down.
Now batting, third baseman, Manny Machado.
Here's Manny Machado now. 1 for 2 with a double on the ledger so far. Some activity out in the bullpen now as a couple of left-handers begin to stir. I had him guessing that time as he's barely able to foul it away.
He's been doing a nice job out there on the mound, but the deeper you get into the game, the more the hitters have seen you. This is the part of the lineup that he has to be really careful with.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And he goes and chops this one out towards second. Barney comes up with it. And the 6th inning is progressing quickly here. Now 2 away.
Now batting, right fielder, Seth Smith.
Here's Seth Smith now. He's hoping to avoid the hat trick. He struck out in each of his first 2 plate appearances so far. Now a swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Looking to send him packing again. Got him. And that's the 3rd time we've written a K next to his name in this one. 1, 2, 3 go the Orioles, but they're on top 2-0. Striding in once again, Darwin Barney. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Baseman,
ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Takes a high fastball for a strike. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And that misses 1-1.
You know he wants that on the mound, especially if it would have made the count 0-2. Didn't get it, though, so now you have to make another quality pitch on 1-1.
And this ball runs away for ball 2. 2-1. Now a swing and a chopper foul right at home plate. And this misses from Jimenez, and that'll fill up the count now. 3-2.
Well, he's been throwing the ball pretty well so far, but right here, 3 balls to the leadoff guy to maybe get them a chance to get them going. He's just got to come back, make him swing the bat. I'd rather see him earn his way on the base by swinging the bat instead of a walk.
That's exactly what they wanted out of that pitch up in the zone. They took him up the ladder, and he couldn't get up to it. So that was an easy pop-out. Well-executed pitch there.
The catcher Jared Saltalamacchia is in now, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. And a slider runs in on him as he has to lean out of the way. And the shift will not amount to much here as this is lifted in the air out to right field. Under it is Smith as he takes it for route number 2.
Now batting
at the plate, Ezekiel Carrera. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Hit hard to the right side, but foul.
Well, he's clearly on that fastball. He hit that one hard. He just could not keep it fair.
And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. No runs, no hits, and no errors in the game for Toronto. Line fouled off to the left and a few rows back.
Well, he got a piece of that breaking ball right there. That's the second one he's seen in a row now, and he fouled that one off. Let's see if he comes back with a third one. 3 in a row.
And that's going to be high 2-2 now. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. A fastball that just misses inside. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. And he turns on this one and yanks it foul and back out of play. Another payoff pitch. Slider, and that's hit on the ground towards second. Scope is there. Throw on to Davis takes care of him, and that'll end the inning. Blue Jays go down in order. They trail things here 2-0. Back here at Rogers Center in Toronto. Orioles leading this one through 6 as we take a look at our game summary to this point. Aaron Luke will come on and make his 4th appearance in this campaign. Ready once again, Chris Davis. He'll match up with a new pitcher to begin their half of the 7th.
Davis.
And he's in front of a tight little slider that time.
When he is on, that slider is one of the best pitches in all baseball. That's why he's so tough to those lefties.
0-1 pitch on its way. Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2.
That looked like he was cheating for that fastball inside right there. Early swing, got out in front of that off-speed pitch. Clearly looking for a fastball.
And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just darts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Pedro Alvarez stands in as he looks at ball 1 here. And some action now in the Toronto bullpen as a right-hander starts to get loose. Good movement there, and he's not even close. 1-1.
Wow, not sure what that was, but talking about having your mind made up you're going to swing before the pitcher even throws a pitch. I don't know how you swing at that pitch.
Got a big pass at a slider that gets past him. 1 out, nobody on. And the shift will not amount to much here as this is lifted in the air out to right field. Barney backs up and takes care of it. 2 away.
Up next for the Orioles, second baseman Jonathan.
Ready for another shot
Scope.
now. Jonathan Scope. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. He's set. Here it comes. And that misses ball 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Drifting toward the third base dugout. And Donaldson will put this away, and that retires the side. 3 up, 3 down for the Orioles. But they hold a 2-0 lead. Settling in now, Kevin Pillar. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ball game.
Kevin Pillar.
Back at it now is Jimenez as he's able to jump ahead in the count quickly here. 0-1.
You know, Matt, he's thrown over 60% first pitch fastballs. So guys, to be as deep in the game as he is, you would think that percentage would be higher.
And now a swing and a ball hit in the air out to left field. Kim moves over a few steps to his right as he's got it for the first out.
Now batting, left fielder Melvin Upton.
Here's
Jr.
Melvin Upton Jr. now. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout in this one. Little dribbler down the line. That's a foul ball. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. And there's ball 1. Now the 1-1 home from Jimenez. This is foul right side. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Gentry ranging back, and goodbye. This one ain't coming back.
Well, that's why you hear people say work down in the zone. This is such a difficult pitch to hit. And if the ball's up a little bit, these great hitters, they touch it, it's going out of the ballpark. Right there was a prime example.
David Hernandez takes the call from the pen as he'll try to get the final 2 outs of this 7th frame. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. 1-1.
Tough spot in the game right here. You have a very close call that doesn't go your way. This is when you have to really regroup as a pitcher and go out there and try to make quality pitches.
On to Davis at first, and there are 2 away.
Up next for the Blue Jays, the shortstop.
Here's Troy Tulowitzki now. 0 for 2 on the afternoon so far. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
Frozen with a high fastball there. We'll see if they try to climb the ladder even more on the next pitch.
And he'll try to hold back the swing, but he'll do so unsuccessfully as that's ruled a strike. And a liner foul into the seats down the right side. Grounded up the first baseline. Fielded cleanly by Davis. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Jays get one back on the solo home run. We're through 7 this afternoon, and this is now a 2-1 ball game. Joe Smith has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Number 42, Joe Smith.
Digging in once again, Caleb Joseph. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one.
Caleb Joseph.
And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1. Here comes the 0-1. Took a wave at one around the shins with no luck. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And a good sinker there gets him swinging for the first out. Ready for another chance? J.J. Hardy 0 for 2 on his line thus far.
J.J. Hardy.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Sharp slider that time, just missed inside. Hardy waiting on the 1-0. Well hit, but also well fouled into the seats and left. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen.
Now batting, center fielder.
Stepping in, Craig Gentry. In his career versus this pitcher, hitless in 3 at-bats. Swing and a liner, but this will be a foul ball. Our pitcher's duel continues here. 2-1 score as we play the 8th. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Upton on the run, and that ends the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Orioles. They lead it 2-1. Coming to the plate now, Kendrys Morales. 0 for 2 here to start the afternoon. And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike 1. And this one's downstairs. It's a ball and a strike. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Curveball that time, not even close. Here's the 2-1. Swinging a ball hit on the ground. Machado has it. And the throw on to first will take care of him. So he's thrown out by the only man standing on the left side of the infield. 1 away. Digging in to try it again. Justin Smoke. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. Not even close on that swing. No balls and a strike. Here's a late swing and a miss. Strike 2. 0-2. Here it comes. Oh, a fastball swung on and missed. And for the second time today, he's gone on strikes.
Now batting,
Hey, if you've got a good fastball going and they're not handling, keep throwing it. Right there, 3 fastballs in a row. He gone.
Devin Travis will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run.
Number 42, Devin Travis.
That tails back over strike 1. He's ready for his first at-bat of his early season contest. Swing and a miss, and he's in trouble now. 0-2. Got him looking, and that ends the inning. 1-2-3 go the Blue Jays. They still trail it here 2-1. Devin Travis will stay in the ballgame now as he comes on to play second here. J.P. Howell enters from the pen to start the 9th inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the 9th. Hyun-Soo Kim is in to start things out as he swings and misses at that one at strike 1. And now a pitch on the way. And he gets ahead with a sinker on the outside.
Good pitch right there from the reliever. Tough for hitters to do much with pitches in that location unless they're looking for it.
Now here it comes. And a foul pop behind the plate. Saltalamakia has a play. 1 out.
Now batting, third baseman.
At the plate, Manny Machado. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. First pitch on its way. Back up the middle. And that'll find its way into center field for a 1-out hit.
A lot of base hits up the middle. Set your sights up the alleys and try to take it back up the middle hard like he did right here. Nice job.
Smith.
Here's Seth Smith now. Runners off for second. Pitch outside. The throw. It sails a bit, and he will get into second base as the tying run.
Well, he's got a cannon for an arm back there behind the dish, but it doesn't mean it's always accurate. Got plenty behind this one, but he sailed it, and he won't be happy with himself about that throw.
Dribbled to the right side. That winds up foul. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. This one's blooped out toward right center field. Travis ranging into the outfield. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
Boy, he showed some pretty good range heading pretty deep into the outfield to bring that one down. Thought the outfielder might call him off, but he clearly had it under control.
Here's Chris Davis now. As the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch. Tried to crush that ball, and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes. Oh, and he dusted him off the plate that time. Some mind games being played now. It's 1-2.
I like that pitch on 0-2 there. Busted him in, and even though he missed with that one, that hitter isn't as likely to dive out over the plate the rest of this AB.
Struck him out, so it remains a 1-run lead as they head in for their final set of swings. Orioles leave 1 as they're unable to add to their 2-1 lead. Steve Pearce will come on as a pinch hitter. Zach Britton is the man called on to close this one and earn a save in the 9th.
Number 42, Zach Britton.
Now a check swing, but it's strike 1 anyway, says the home plate umpire. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. Fastball called for strike 2. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss, and that'll get a groan from the home supporters here. One away.
When your closer comes in and strikes out the first guy he faces, everyone on the team can kind of take a deep breath. Still have 2 more outs to get, but retiring that leadoff guy is always huge when you're trying to shut a game down.
He's set, and the pitch. Ezekiel Carrera comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1. 0-1. Here's the pitch. Swing and a ball hit softly on the ground, but that'll get foul. It's 0-2 now. And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen.
Well, you have to feel pretty confident about the way this one's going to end up as a manager. 2 hitters, 2 strikeouts from the closer. There's not a whole lot more he can do to instill confidence that he's going to wrap this thing up without any problem.
Into the box now, Kevin Pillar. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. The 0-1 pitch. And that's taken for strike 2, as now they're down to their final strike here this afternoon.
And there's number 8, 1 away.
2 out, nobody on. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Hey, a great win for these guys as they wrap up another one, but a little bit of a sour note, though. Everyone has to head home, get on those computers, and get those taxes out before midnight.
Pitching and defense game 2-1, the final score this afternoon. Ubaldo Jimenez takes the win on the mound, plus allowing only a single base hit. Aaron Sanchez pitched well, allowing only 2 earned, but ends up taking the loss. Zach Britton hammers down the save, his 6th. So that's it for us this afternoon. For Harold Reynolds, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, log on to theshownation.com.
1 run on just 1 hit. No errors. They left no runners on base. The winning pitcher is Ubaldo Jimenez. His record is now 2-0. Credit the save to Zach Britton, his 6th. The loss goes to Aaron Sanchez. He falls to 1-2. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 33 minutes. A reminder that extra subway train station. The King Street streetcar provides access to St. Andrews Station via the ends of John Street or Peter Street. Light rail transit is also available along Queens Quay from Union Station.